Right, the rams are doing their work. Carry on into the houses. Kill all the villagers. Murder them. What have we got left to kill? There can't be many. Ah. We're about to lose the rams. That's a shame. Not that it's the end of the world. We can soon build some more.
It shall be timbered this.
Right, let's go destroy that. Come on, fellas. Get to work on this. You are getting chewed up there. Probably best if I don't throw you in against all that. Seems a shame to destroy the entire town when we really just want to take out the military buildings. We've got it. We just have to get the defenders now. What's shooting at me? Is there a tower I can't see down there? Or is that a town hall? It's a town hall. What have we got? Should we have some more archers in this? Oh god, where did all that lot come from? Two. Interestingly, I haven't made any cavalry. Cheers, Indigo. Is this a free play or a campaign? This is a campaign. I'm playing through the... It's the first campaign in the game. It starts with William the Conqueror in 1066. And this is his second son, I think. Henry I of England. Gone back to kick ass in Normandy. Again, the campaigns feel... They're different campaigns to Age of Empires 2, but they do feel very, very familiar. HS Snopey, thank you for the follow. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, by the way. I almost certainly am. Right, go kill those archers. We should be done now. Snopey? Oh, Snopey. Okay. Long story. Yeah, we all end up with gaming names and Twitch names and stuff. So, long stories behind them. Let's see. We got it? We got it.
As Bayeux burned and the people fled in terror, King Henry basked in the victory over his brother Duke Robert. But Henry would not stop until all of Normandy was back under the English crown.
I like how the bells survived in the town hall there. Victory. What do we get for level, by the way? What does this equate to? Anything? Unlock content, mail making. Oh. I've actually done some of this, but it wasn't like that. They weren't like washers. I made it with wire rings. We didn't use rivets.
By 1100, The medieval knight was dressed from head to toe in mail.
Mail is really like a metal fabric. It moves and behaves like a cloth, but is actually made of hundreds and thousands of interlocking iron rings.
It could turn and deflect a sword blade.
As
That
an
would
armor,
still
mail
hurt.
didn't work all by itself. It needed the addition of a padded coat. The coat absorbed the shock of the blow, whilst the mail turned away the cut. Together, they formed an incredibly effective protection.
The first stage in making mail was to create wire to the right thickness. To do this, it was pulled through a drawing plate,
Really?
which had a series of ever smaller holes, until you got wire of the desired gauge.
To make the rings,
Yeah, I did
we
that.
wind the wire
Ah.
onto a mandrel.
Is there a pause
Take
on
it
this?
off the mandrel.
That is lethal if you let go of it halfway through, by the way. It turns around like an aircraft propeller, like you've just wound up a massive spring.
So I've flattened the overlapping ends of the ring, and I've pierced a hole through it. And now Nick has to put a
I
rivet in
found
it.
out the hard way.
The basic construction of mail would be a ratio of 4 to 1. So each ring goes through 4 of its fellows. Here you can see I've made a set of 5, which will then be joined to other sets of 5 to create a sheet of mail.
Mail had to be tailored to a perfect fit. It had to be shaped for feet and legs, arms and hands, and, of course, the head. A skilled mail maker could make very precise shapes.
Of course, for more complicated parts of the body, like elbows, we can actually tailor it in 2 different directions at the same time.
Yeah. So if we fold this in half, we have an elbow.
One of the main benefits of tailoring in mail was that it meant a knight didn't have to carry a single ring of extra weight that he didn't need to.
The mail to cover a knight from head to toe required about 200,000 rings.
That's a lot.
High-status knights would have had their mail edged with gold, but most importantly, it had to be functional.
Clad in mail with his shield and helmet, the knight was well equipped to face the weapons of the day.
Okay, yeah, mail making is a long work, but it's actually it's a long job. It's one of those things that once you get into the rhythm of it, it's quite chilling and relaxing to do. No, it wouldn't stop a lot of piercing weapons. Like I was thinking about that lance at the end. That would probably punch right through it. So you enjoyed making it too, but wearing a full hauberk kills you back. I never got that far. I made enough to make like a belt, a thick belt, a deep belt, but yeah, it was quite good fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. And I didn't make it with rivets though. I just I did everything else the same, making the rings the same, snipping it off the coil. But I would just bend them together with 2 pair of pliers and link them up that way. So that was a lot quicker. I used fairly thick gauge wire for it, so I don't know whether it would have been less effective or more likely to come apart. Can you imagine keeping these things oiled and cleaned and rust free though in the day? That would take a lot of effort. Oh, you do reenactments? 30 years of reenactments. I bet you've seen some accidents and stuff in that time, Snopey. I bet it's good fun, though. Right, okay, that was quite good.
While
That video was
Bayeux
nice.
burned, King Henry pressed his advantage. Seizing key fortifications and buying the loyalty of powerful lords, Henry loosened his brother's grip over Normandy. At Tinchebray in 1106, brother would fight brother for final claim to their father's lands.
Battle of Tinchebray. Never heard of this. Didn't know anything about this. All right, catch you later, Snopey. Thanks for the info as well. So you keep your mail in a leather bag and oil the bag. Makes sense. Then it would just apply oil to everything. Cool. Anyway, catch you later. King Henry's bid for Normandy's gameplay tip: stone walls cannot be breached without siege equipment. So we can't. You're telling me we can't use arrows and torches to bring down the stone wall? I do like the building of bases in these games. I love putting up fortifications and towers and gates and stuff. But that tends to be how I enjoy playing these games. I turtle up in a corner and wait till I've got a massive army to go and stomp on the enemy. And I think I've played every single RTS game the same for the last 25 years. Going back to June 2, which was my first one back on the Amiga. In fact, that would be further back than then. We're looking at nearly 30 years ago.
Determined to claim Normandy and capture his brother, Duke Robert, King Henry besieged the castle at Tinchebray. But the direct assault on the formidable stone castle was failing.
Predictably, I think.
Unable to breach the towering walls, the king devised a new plan to capture his brother.
What is this plan? Hey, illusory thrall, how am I finding the game?
Henry
It's
would
okay.
force Robert to defend his lands from attack by razing the villages of Martigny and Fresnes.
Now that makes sense. Yeah, it's okay. It does exactly what a real-time strategy game should, but I do feel like it's just more Age of Empires 2. Not necessarily a bad thing if you've really liked Age of Empires 2, or if you've never played it before, there's this. But then you could just buy Age of Empires 2 for about £2 and then get the same experience. Feels the same, but the campaigns are different, obviously. Right, burn all buildings in Martigny and Fresnes. Or Fresnes, or however it's pronounced. Where are we? Oh, I see. They're over here. Are we just to storm the places then? We're not doing anything like... let's just go in. We're not building our own base up first then. Yep, that guy can run away now. Well, group 1. It's got good controls for moving units about. You can group them however you like. You can put them in multiple groups. And then if you have a big mob, you can select just individual unit types out of it. So, yeah, I quite like it.
Henry's men would burn the village to the ground.
We had archers there. History videos were a super addition to the game? Yeah, I think so. I didn't appreciate that they were separate videos. I thought they were just replays of the cutscenes, so I'm going to take a bit more time to look at those. You got your username from first and second Age of Empires. Do you know what? I never played the third one. I think I felt like I'd probably played them out by that point, but I just never got the opportunity to. Never bought it. And I don't think I was doing an awful lot of PC gaming when that was released at the time. I think maybe that's when I was messing about with Xboxes and stuff. Let's bring Mr. Scoutman back in. Hey, Cringe. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Nice to see you again. What have we got left? Let's just bring the mob into the middle here and let them have some fun. Oh, I'll have that. Just a chest of gold lying around. Have any of you guys seen the TV series? Oh, I don't even know what it's called now. But basically it's a project in France where they are building a castle using medieval building techniques. And I've seen a few episodes of it. Everything from how they're building the towers and doing the stonework and putting windows and arches and stuff in. And it's really, really cool because the people are finding that they're coming across problems that they didn't expect to with how a lot of these structures were built, and they're having to devise techniques that have long since been forgotten about to be able to overcome the issues. And that's just really cool. I love sort of historical projects like that because I love learning about crafts that were used in the past and skills that have maybe long since passed and gone. They're supposed to finish the castle in the next few years. It's a long process, isn't it? I mean, there's not many of them. Not enough of them doing it. But, yeah, it's cool. I love stuff like that. Oh, cringe. God, I'm sorry to hear about your dad. That's terrible. I hope he's going to pull through. I don't know what to say. That's real bad news. All I can say is that we'll send you some good vibes and some good thoughts, and I hope his situation improves rapidly. I have to ask though. I mean, sounds like he's been shot.
The village of
What
Martigny was
happened?
destroyed, but still Robert did not emerge to face Henry outside the castle. Henry would have to raise the stakes. Next, he targeted the village of Fresnes.
Game saved. Okay, let's go and trash the next one then.
Henry could buy reinforcements from nearby allies, if he could procure the gold to pay them.
So that's why we're picking up the gold. Okay. Request aid. Elias of Maine. Bringing some knights. 500 gold. What have I got? I've got 700. Oh, I see. This is what they are. Do I want knights? I don't currently have any. They are good for going after archers. I think I'd rather have... Well, let's see what that does.
Henry received word that Robert had sent for a fresh army to aid in defending his position at the castle. Henry had to eliminate these new forces before they could combine with the garrison at Tinchebray. Henry sent gold to his ally in Brittany, and in return, a detachment arrived to bolster his numbers.
Defeat the relief army before they reach the castle. Do I want to send anything to go and burn that village? I'll put that on 2. Where is this relief army then? Forwards. Spearmen. Control 3. 2. Q. Quick. Quick. Put those up. Go for the archers at the back. Cavalry, get in there. I'm not sure that my archers are going to be okay there. I did get the spikes down in time. What? Where's the... What? Where's the scout gone? Well, we got him, but that was quite a brutal
By
killing.
eliminating Robert's incoming army, Henry had thwarted his brother's attempt at strengthening the castle's defenses.
So some crazy vegan shot your dad for ordering some meat? That sounds ridiculous. Anyway, I seriously hope he's okay and makes a fast recovery. Scary stuff. There are some lunatics in the world these days. We can't recover from this quickly, can we? So let's go up here. So I'm going to probably need to recruit some more archers, I think. Maybe we'll get some buildings. Maybe we'll just go and tear the place down and get some gold. Do I have a scout? I do. Let me go and get that. It's going to be worth scouting out a bit, isn't it? Let's put all this in group 1. The knights are pretty cool in this. Not just the bog standard cavalry that we had from before. Didn't really want to throw them into the spearmen, but never mind. Can I get the knights at the archers? Good. Well, it looks like we're getting them mashed. Hopefully this is going to be a village full of gold so I can buy some new forces. Seems like we have quite a big map. So there might be some more areas we can have some fun on. Doesn't look like we can explore any of that. This... possibly. Possibly. Oh, there maybe. I'm trying to look for spaces where there might be some extra gold hidden. Oh, get the tower. Go and get the tower first. In case we get shot some more. Also, whoa! In Group 1, give me the hardened spearmen. No, give me these vanguards. Go and kill them. Is that it? I thought there'd be more gold kicking around than that. Raise villages to draw out Robert's army, which we've done.
At the hands of Henry's army, the village of Fresnes was in ruins.
That's 600. Should we go archers,
Henry's
archers,
provocations
archers?
had paid off. Robert finally emerged from the castle to face his brother in
I'm going to go for
battle.
an insane amount of archers. Is he coming?
Henry's ally in Bayeux sent reinforcements in exchange for gold.
Eliminate Robert's army. Okay. You guys. We need to get to the front. Archers on there. Spearmen over there. And knights in reserve. Let's actually try and form an army. Where's my stack of... Here we go. This is what we want coming. We put all the archers on one flank. One massive mob. Probably not the most effective way to use them. Right, do we know where this army looks like it's on the move, doesn't it? Control 2. Let's put them over there. On the flank. Down here. 2. 2. Deploy your stakes of doom. Here they come. What have we got coming up there? Spears. Charge. Come on. Come on, swordsman. Get in there. Yeah. Go after those. Okay, I think we've got this. Wait. There's more money? Okay, it looks like they've all come storming in, so that's good news. Super Trouble, how's it going? Team B42 raid, welcome raiders, welcome. The war is going quite well, I think. I'm using my good old tactics of just form a block of archers and just sit there and shoot things, which seem to work quite well in Age of Empires 1 and 2. It seems to be working well here too. How's it going, folks? And how's things over with Team B42 today? Did I know Stellaris got a new DLC? Do you know, I have never played Stellaris. It's one of those games that lots of people have asked me to look at, and I've just never really had time to. I have looked at it. I've watched a couple of people streaming it, and it seemed difficult to get my head around.
King Henry's tactic
So,
of luring Robert into the open had worked.
Yeah, same tactics worked in real life for the English for a while.
And Normandy was his.
These were brutal times. Victory. By the way, if anyone wants to read a fictitious but alternative history to the Battle of Hastings, there's a book called... Oh, what the hell is it? What was the name of William the Conqueror's sword? I think he used the name of the sword. It's not the Hand of God. It's something like that, though. Oh, I can't remember now. I know the author. He lives locally. He used to be a TV presenter, and he's written this book. And in the book, King Harold, actually survives the battle and goes into hiding afterwards. But it's based on the adventure. Well, it's not based on the adventures of, but it's based on characters around Harold rather than the main characters themselves. How's the campaign in this? I never played Age of Empires 3, so I can't comment on that campaign. But Age of Empires 2 had some good campaigns. I remember the Teutonic Knights, and I remember there was the Joan of Arc one. And they were good, and this feels exactly the same. So if you like those from Age of Empires 2, you'll like this game, because it's effectively the same thing, but with a few updates. So there's the taking of Caen and the Battle of... Should we watch the video on this battle that actually just took place?
While Bayeux burned, King Henry pressed his advantage. Seizing key fortifications and buying the loyalty of powerful lords, Henry loosened his brother's grip over Normandy.
I was hoping that was going to be the historical video. This is the page. I think this is the one I wanted. Is it? Just a page from history? No. Okay. I was hoping we'd get another video like with the mail making thing, because that was really cool.
William the Conqueror's sons had resolved their long feud over Normandy, with King Henry wresting possession away from his brother. But the French King Louis VI would not accept Henry's heir as the future Duke of Normandy. Henry's fragile power would face its first test, an invasion by the French king.
Aha! Now we're talking about traditional history and traditional conflicts. The Battle of Bremule. Or Bremuley? Is it Bremuley? Chance encounter in the farmlands of Normandy saw King Henry I face open battle against France's illustrious King Louis VI. This is earlier than the 100 Years' War by 200 years, so I didn't really know much about this period of history. I didn't really know about the English claim on lands in France at this time. And the Germans, a playable nation in the game? Honestly, don't know, Cringe. I've only just jumped in, and this is the first campaign, so we'll fire up a skirmish game, and we'll see all the different races there. But I don't know if each nation has its own campaign. Sorry, I said we'll see all the different races there. That's an old habit from playing the Warhammer games, Warhammer Fantasy Battle, where we did have different races, not just nations. You don't know that book, but The Archer's Tale by Bernard Cornwell was very similar, but during the start of the 100 Years' War. I've read the first... Have I read the first one of those? And I've read the Agincourt book, which is pretty good. It's basically like his other books. They're all Sharp, but in a different period. You had the original Sharp series and the Napoleonic Wars. Then he did the Starbuck Chronicles, which was a different character, but effectively Sharp in the American Civil War. And then he's done those books, which is Sharp with a longbow. And he did a book on Stonehenge, which even has a scene at the end, which is Sharp in the Bronze Age with a load of archers. So it's, yes, every single book boils down to wait until they get really close and then everyone gives them a volley. But I like Bernard Cornwell. I do like his books. I've enjoyed all of them. Okay, let's jump into this. Oh, what is that book?
In the disputed countryside,
Fire of God? Fire of God it might be.
A smouldering farmstead gave away the beginnings of a French invasion.
I'm going to have to look it up.
At the head of the vast army stood King Louis of France himself. An English scout hastily rode to inform King Henry of England, who was still en route to defend his borders.
So this is where we're going to get to play some defensive stuff.
Villagers and guards fled their English-held towns and retreated to the stronghold of Fleury.
Okay, hold off the French. With what? Oh God, I can't stop that.
Above all, the English forces in Normandy.
Does that pause it? Let me just see if I can bring the name of this this book up, because it is driving me mad. Let's have a look. Andy Clues book. I think he's only written one, as far as I know. Fire of God is what it was called. Former Times presenter and journalist Andy Clues has published his first book, a dramatic alternative history novel set in the 11th century for the 69-year-old who fronted... blah, blah, that's about him. Yeah, you can pick this up on Amazon. It is his first book, and it could have probably done with a little bit more editing in places, but the story is pretty interesting. So I wouldn't say I necessarily recommend it, but if you're interested in these sort of things, then that could be a good read. If you want to learn how to play Stellaris, you should watch A-Spec. Yeah, regarding Stellaris, I thought Hearts of Iron 4 was going to be too complex to get into, but I did eventually get into that and have really enjoyed it. So I could do the same with Stellaris if I really put the effort in. What if the defenders have arrived to hold? What have I got then? I've got... okay, I've got a base down here. Can we slow things up?